Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for choosing our show and for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Kuria was and is still a very controversial politician, a man who does not shy off from speaking his mind. Moses Kuria had been Ruto's right-hand man in the larger Mount Kenya region, defending William Ruto from Gachagua's heavy onslaught. Then before we knew it, Moses Kuria announced his resignation from Ruto's government, a move he informed Kenyans that he did after consultation with the family and friends, and he did note that Ruto accepted that resignation. Now, that move elicited several reactions, and people were trying to figure out what could have informed Moses Kuria's decision to resign from Ruto's government. You know, many a times, a government does not want people to resign from public offices because it gives the government a very bad name, especially when the one-term move had picked up and youths were saying Ruto should not be given a chance to lead. When someone resigns from the government, it seems that the person is tired of the government. We have never seen anybody attacking Moses Kuria, and Moses Kuria, even after resignation, has continued to defend William Ruto. Now, recently, Moses Kuria made a statement that has gone viral. And in the statement, Moses made certain controversial, statement that is not his usual norm. He is saying that Kenya is headed to the wrong direction and that we have vexed God. And sooner than soonest, God is going to send his wrath. And Moses Kuria says that the reason why he resigned from Ruto's government is because he knew that soon Kenya is going to face God's wrath and God will take certain leaders, basically kill certain leaders who are oppressing Kenyans and the nation at large. And Moses was saying that he does not want to be part and parcel of this regime that is oppressing her people. And therefore, that is the reason why he resigned. In his statement, people are shocked when Moses Kuria is saying he's now accepting the fact that both one term and two terms are very strong opposing, groups. But Moses Kuria completes with a very good advice that whether you are a one term or you belong to the two term, let us embrace the long-term Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I want you to listen to Moses Kuria because we want to dissect. You never trust these politicians. Why is he speaking this way? Please like and share our videos. Don't go without liking and sharing. And if you are watching for the first time, please take a second or two and subscribe to the channel, then click the notification bell. Here is Moses Kuria.
Msinichezee jameni. Kwa hiyo mimi nataka kumaliza tu na ujumbe moja. Sisi viongozi takuwasi sana viongozi ambao tumekuwa hapa kwa siasa kwa muda mrefu. Mimi sasa naweza kuongea vyovyote kwa sababu nimestaafu kwa serikali na kwa siasa. Na hiyo kadosi ukuje nikupatie kopi ya vile mtu anaachana na hii maneno na unaishi maisha mazuri. Mimi sasa naamka ile sana nataka kuamka na hakuna mtu ananisumbua. So kadosi usiogope. Lakini nataka kuambia viongozi kwamba hii nchi sio yetu. Hii nchi sio wazee. Hii nchi ni ya watoto wetu. Na ile miaka tumekuwa na mtu kama kadosi kwa uongozi ni miaka karibu 30 na kitu. Tulikuwa na nafasi ya kuiharibu hii nchi. 1992 hatukuharibu. 1997 hatukuharibu. Hiyo miaka yote hatukuharibu Kenya. Kenya imesimama. Isikuwe ni sisi sasa tutaharibia watoto wetu nchi. Waje tuachie nchi. Wakitaka kuharibu wenyewe waharibu, lakini tupatie watoto wetu ile nafasi ambao sisi tulipatiwa. Manake mimi naangalia vile hii nchi inaenda, padri tuombe maombi mingi sana. Mimi naona hatuendi vizuri. Na mimi naona Mungu vile tumetoa kafara hapa katika ibada ya misa, Mungu anataka kafara pia. na atapita na watu hapa. Na mimi ndio nikasema wacha nijiondoe asipite na mimi. Kwa sababu mimi naona Mungu atachukua watu wawili, moja wawili tu. Aseme sababu sitakasirikia hao wote. Wacha nipite na KJ na Kadosi. Kwa hiyo tuchunge sana. Sababu Mungu akikasirika hana dawa nyingine isipokuwa kafara. Na atapita na watu wengine wakubwa sana hapa. Mimi nimejiondoa hapo kwa sababu sitaki Mungu apite na mimi. Kwa sababu tumemkasirisha Mungu. Na padre atawaambia na atawahakikishia Mungu akikasirika lazima moshi ipande juu na ni moshi ya kafara. Ole wako kama itakuwa ni wewe mheshimiwa Imwatok ama speaker Ngodi, uchunge Mungu asipite na wewe. Na mimi naomba hii kitu kimoja. Siku ya Ijumaa, siku ya Jumapili ijayo itakuwa tarehe 10 mwezi wa 8 2025. Mwaka wa 2027 Mungu akitujalia tutachaguana tarehe 10 mwezi wa 8. Tuko miaka 2 imebaki. Tafadhali wananchi, wewe uwe wa 1 term, wewe uwe wa 2 term, tusimame na Kenya long term. Mungu abariki na Mungu alinde. Asante sana.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you and I know that politicians don't just speak, they don't just wake up and say things they are saying. They don't just wake up and undertake certain actions. There must be a reason. What has informed Moses Kuria's speech? That is what I want to talk about. When did he realize that this regime is headed to the wrong direction? Why is Moses Kuria speaking this way? Now, number one, this is about Kiambu politics and the Kiambu gubernatorial position. Moses Kuria contested for the Kiambu gubernatorial position, which he lost. But politicians are ever ambitious. You know, incumbents have got loopholes and weaknesses that opponents can talk about. So I have a feeling that Moses Kuria wants to endear himself to the people ahead of 2027 and try his luck in the Kiambu gubernatorial position. He wants to compete against Wamatangi. I think it is Wamatangi who is the governor of Kiambu. So before he does that, he has to look like he is attacking Ruto's government, because that is the only way to clinch a political seat, a political office in the larger Mount Kenya region. So I have a feeling that he's doing that. Number two, Moses Kuria could be Ruto's Trojan horse, placed there as a spy master. Having known that he's on people's radar and the one-term radar, he might come out as a person who does not like William Ruto, a person who does not like Ruto's government, as a person who is speaking the minds of the people. This could inform the reason why he's now saying that, you know, leaders must change their ways or God will take them. This is the reason why he's telling people, I resigned from this government because I knew that we had angered God. So he could be working for William Ruto, but in a way that no one will suspect. You know, William Ruto will not allow Gachagua to get the lion's share of votes in Mount Kenya. He must, because he knows very well that he cannot get it himself. He has fallen out with the Mount Kenya fraternity. He will sponsor certain Trojan horses who are working for him, so that he just trying luck if he can divide or disintegrate the votes in the mountain, or rather have a loophole to rig elections. So Moses Kuria could be there as someone who is working for Ruto under the guise of, you know, we don't like this regime. Number three, the ground is very volatile, and I believe so because Moses Kuria has always defended William Ruto, has always rubbished this idea of one term. But in that speech, Moses Kuria seems to have swallowed humble pie, and he embraces both the groups. He says whether you are one term or two term. In the past, Moses Kuria would have tried to dilute and neutralize this one term thing as tribal, you know, as an ethnic, cocoon, but is now saying whether you belong to either of them, embrace the long-term Kenya. A phrase that I really agree with, that we are all Kenyans, we only have one country, and we have to live together because we don't have any other country. So he could be reacting like that because the ground is very hostile. He now begins to accept that one-term thing is the one-term slogan is taking this country by storm. Ladies and gentlemen, out of his own volition, without being sponsored by any other person, maybe Moses Kuria feels that there is going to be a gap, there is going to be a leadership vacuum. So he wants to place himself as an alternative voice. Apart from just trying to vie for the Kiambu gubernatorial position, maybe he also wants to be an alternative force in the larger Mount Kenya region as an alternative kingpin. Because as it is now, personally from where I sit, I believe Gachagua is the ultimate Mount Kenya kingpin. But Uhuru Kenyatta is still there, and Mount Kenya could be up for grabs. And politicians are just trying if people will accept them. I've seen some people say that Gachagua is still speaking the mind of a tribalist, and therefore we don't like him. So there's a possibility that there are others who might not like Rigathi Gachagua, and they would want to get another alternative, leadership. There are others because as we head to 2027, there is going to be a certain controversy when it comes to local politics. Matiang'i coming with Jubilee, Gachagua with the DCP. Gachagua wants to get hold of Mount Kenya and would wish that all the Mount Kenya members of parliament are elected on a DAP ticket. If Matiang'i comes with the Jubilee, he would also wish that his party has the lion's share of members of parliament in the mountain. So I don't know how they're going to maneuver around this, but we wait and see. So Moses Kuria could be trusting that in the event that Matiang'i comes, they would want one of their own, and he can be there for them. That's why I believe that Moses Kuria is speaking this way. Bottom line, Moses Kuria has told this government that they will face God's wrath, and that he speaks very very strongly that Mungu atachukua mtu na yeye hataki kuwa one of them. Do you trust Moses Kuria? Do you think Moses Kuria is real and honest in his assertion that this government is rotten? One more thing though, we need to be cautious of leaders who are coming the last minute, the Johnny come late leaders who will be telling us, oh, Ruto ni mbaya. Let us be wary of them because this could be working for William Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Kuria has got something hidden. What do you think it is?